Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is your review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16. This is the reunion part 2. We're picking up with Angela and Phaedra. Who's responsible for Marcus and this whole situation? We don't know. We don't know. And you know, I honestly don't even care because I wasn't here for none of this. So I'm just not privy to what I need to know, I guess. I don't know, but Angela's not backing down, and neither is Phaedra. Portia, she clarifies that, you know, I don't think you set yourself up, Angela, but it couldn't have been Phaedra. And it very well could be a situation where whoever these people are, they the ones. They the culprit. Because then it becomes a battle of who's who. I'm in rooms, you can't get in. No, I'm in rooms, you can't get in. No, I'm in the rooms with Emmy and Oscar winners. Oh, well, please. Both of y'all shut up. Both of y'all shut up. Okay, we don't even care. Phaedra ended up calling her brother to clarify that she don't know them people. He corroborates because he don't know them people either. He don't know them people either. He don't know anything or anybody. Whatever. Moving on. Kelly, she wants to address something right quick. She felt like Angela put words in her mouth during the after show. We run the footage. Angela did not put words in your mouth. Kelly indeed said. She indeed said those things. I mean, she apologizes and moves on. We don't believe Angela's 43. She pulls out her birth certificate. She is indeed 43. She was born in 1981. She does not look the same age as Beyonce. And it could be the nose job. It could very well be the nose job that kind of aged her because she changed the shape of her nose. I don't know. But she's 43, so y'all can stop saying she's not. Phaedra's asked about her shade, about the looks, and Angela's like, do we remember how she came up into the fold? Yeah, let's go back to that. So if I look 53, let's say you looked 10 years older than that your first season. Absolutely. And she did. She definitely did. Maybe not 63, but Phaedra definitely looked way older than she was. Way older. Anyway. Angela, she's asked about the heat flashes. Are you perimenopausal, girl? She is. And it's really not none of y'all business. It's not something she has to wear like a badge of honor. Like she's got to own up to it. Y'all are weird. She gonna capitalize off of it, though. She gonna turn the lemons into lemonade. So she's starting a portable fan line. And I know that's right. Hopefully next season, that's what your story is. Get them fans going. The properties were way too much for her to deal with. She had to just let them go. They were really putting her in debt. Excuse me. She was also grieving. Her mother passed suddenly, so she ain't had time for them houses. And I don't blame her. Drew is asked about not having Angela's back. They felt like she didn't have Angela's back at the Bailey Q, because she just got up while Angela was being attacked, because she said, listen, I'm not in it. I'm going to just come over here. I don't have nothing to do with that. And she did. But I mean, people have the right to protect their peace. Like, she didn't have to sit there and engage in all of that mess if she didn't want to. Now, did it look good in the end? And no, because it made her look like she wasn't a good friend, or you're not supportive, you don't have her back, and Angela's been sitting here riding. Hey. It is what it is. Drew is accountable, though. She's accountable. And Shamir gonna chime in again, and it was in defense of Portia. Basically, she was like, so see, y'all making it seem like I'm one-sided, but Drew, you're also in a one-sided situation because you're not there for your friend. It was stupid. It was stupid. It was so stupid. It's just like, why y'all on Drew's neck? Like, why? Why? Phaedra, she's asked about not going to the Married to Medicine reunion, but coming to this one. She says they didn't see her value over there. Whatever. You also showed up for Britt, like her big sis, you know. You was trying to coach her through this, and they're all like, yeah, that was great. That was so nice of you. We've never seen that. Portia, how can you befriend Phaedra after all that mess she pulled with Candy and Shamia? She around there dogging your friend. Like, how are you friends with her? Well, time has passed. We had a conversation and we were able to move forward. Whatever. Shamia say she's moved on, but then again she hasn't, and that's her problem. See, she moves on with you. You know, it's, oh, let's move on. We're back. We're besties. I love you. I'm okay. You're sorry. Blah, blah, blah. And then gets on interviews, gets around other people, and she's still mad about things. And it's like, I didn't know you was mad at me about that. We just talked. And you didn't tell me you was mad about that. You waited until today, till you were platformed to have all these grievances. It's just weird. It's odd. It really is. And she says, oh, well, we didn't talk about it. And Portia was like, well, you talked to me, your best friend. Shamia's whole thing is, well, I didn't have a side conversation with Phaedra about it. She's never apologized to me about the things she said about me. Whatever, girl. They break. And we break for lunch. Shamia calls her husband, you know, telling him, I'm not really being heard. I'm going to have to jump out there. And we come back. I'm not letting anybody overtalk me, blah, 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 blah. We see Dennis and Charles have arrived. They're in the building. We come back from lunch. We got statements from Kenya and Britt. Kenya's accountable, whatever. Britt also speaks to her absence from the reunion. And she's and then we find out that the images weren't even of her. That it's not even her in the pictures. So we did all this for what? Did y'all get the vibe that Kenya was coming for Britt from the beginning? Nope, we didn't. We didn't see that. She was absolutely reaching. Nobody saw that. Cynthia's asked about her relationship with Kenya and how she had a lot of grace for Britt, but she had a lot of smoke for Kenya. And you wasn't very supportive of Kenya, but you were openly supportive of Britt, showing her grace and all of that. Cynthia says she's never going to compromise her integrity for anyone, not even her kids. So there's that. And again, you reserve that right. You definitely do. I think Kenya's issue with it is you're my friend, and instead of holding me accountable, holding my feet to the fire privately, you put someone who isn't a victim on a pedestal, like she was to be put on a pedestal, like she was, you know, a victim. Whereas this was tit for tat. We were both wrong, but to publicly denounce me, but uplift her, that I think that's what Kenya's issue was with Cynthia. And yeah, they're not even talking. She ain't taking her calls or nothing. Anyway. Portia says that she knew that Kenya got the information about Britt from a cast member. And then she names Drew as the said cast member. However, Kenya and Drew done said it wasn't me. So I don't even know how Drew got in it. I don't even know how Drew's name got in it, but Drew didn't do it. According to Kenya, the person you said told you that, she said publicly that it wasn't Drew. It wasn't a cast member. And so I don't know where I don't know. Because of course Drew denies it. Portia keep talking. She just, you know, and I guess Portia thinks because she's continuing to talk that is believable. But that lady she's already said it wasn't Drew. So why are you so adamant that it was? when the person said, when the horse's mouth said it wasn't her. Moving on. We get into Shamia's package and how things went left fast, because we were all like, oh yeah, we love Shamia, we like Shamia, and then it was like, I don't know about you, girl. Of course, she's crying immediately because the last thing on the package was about her kids, or should I say Shiloh, the youngest. And so she starts to cry because when it comes to her daughter, we're just not going to do it, okay? Her daughter is doing well. She's making progress in a lot of ways, and that's great news. She also found a new surrogate because the one that we saw on air, it didn't take, so she down to one last option. And so she's gonna find, or should I say she found a new surrogate. She's asked about comparing her music career, her vocals, all that to Drew. Drew feels like Shamia kind of comes for her unprovoked, and she does. She definitely does. Drew wants to know, what have I lied to you about? You calling me a liar? You have a lot for me. What did I do to you? And she said, oh, I brought one of your lies right here. She pulls out this bag and she says, remembering that some episode Drew came on there and she said she had some designer bag, or should I say Angela asked her, was it a designer bag? I forgot who the designer was, but she asked her, let's say it was a Prada bag. She said, oh, is that Prada? And then she's like, oh, yeah, it is. Shamia is here to prove that was a lie. It came from Akira, she said. It came from one of them sites for $130. And she really thought she got down with that. She thought it was a mic drop moment. Girl, we don't care about a dupe. We love a dupe. Are you stupid? You're trying to shade the lady, make it sound like she's broke, but all I see is someone fiscally responsible, because I know she can afford the authentic one. Are we trying to paint that picture? And per comments out here, Drew has since posted the receipt of her purchase. Now I don't know when she purchased it, whether it was after the reunion or not. Because Shamia also said that she would do that. Oh, she's just going to go and buy the bag. Okay, so if she's just going to go and buy the bag, then that means she can afford the bag. So what are we even saying here? Oh, you're proving she lies. That one fell flat. Fell real flat. Girl, you pocket watching? Get out that lady pocketbook. Worrying about what she spent her money on. Portia like, hand me the fake bag. Give it to me. I'll take it. You can give it to me. Anyway, we talk about some texts between Portia and Shamia that were shared amongst, a couple of girls in the group. Kelly's riding for her friend. Oh, I didn't see any messages, girl. Okay. Britt says there were some messages. She saw them. Drew and Angela, they all are like, girl, you talk about Portia. You do, and you did. You had things to say. You didn't like this, you didn't like that, you were upset about this, you were upset about that. Then you get up in that girl's face and act like it's all is well, it's all good. Then when we say something, now we're the ones putting salt on it. And Portia said she saw the messages, and yes, they were definitely shared, because those were the messages. Portia says they were definitely the messages from my phone. So yeah, she showed them texts. She definitely did. We get into this back and forth about whether or not she feels a way, whether or not she felt a way about not being celebrated by Portia when she got her peach. Again, Shamia gets upset, or she has her grievances, and she does not share it with the person who hurt her. Instead, she holds it in. Oh, we're good. Okay, I understand. We're good. Just to harbor it and then throw it back at you later. No, ma'am. You can't do that to people. If we done moved on, we moved on. I shouldn't hear it again from so-and-so that you still mad after you told me we was good. Now I ain't been on Portia's side this whole time, but this stuff right here, Shamia girl, you was lying. You was lying when it comes to this whole alliance situation. Now it's, oh, I wanted you to be a part, but girl, we was just saying that she was a part. It was me, Kelly, Britt, Portia. Portia like, Portia, I wasn't in it. Now it's, well, we wanted you to be a part. So did you want her to be a part of the alliance, or was she a part of the alliance? You lying. You lying. All y'all asses is lying. Portia say, I just want to stay on my point, because they try to deflect a little bit, talking about the wedding and her not showing up to both weddings. Then she said she ain't had but one wedding. Now we're gonna play semantics, because the other ceremony she had was a dowry ceremony. Girl, same difference. You had us all dressed up in garb to throw money and coins at you. Like it's a wedding reception. Girl, it's all surrounding your your union. Don't play with me. I was there for that. However, Portia, you said you ain't come to the wedding in Africa because you had a health situation. And then she want to say, I've stopped planes. I've turned planes around because of that diagnosis. Girl, okay. You was back and forth to Africa all day long when you married Simon. So somehow you don't have this diagnosis anymore. Somehow this problem isn't a problem. Girl, y'all got to be remembering the lies you tell. Both of y'all full of shit, and you need to cut the shit. Both of you. Both Portia and Shamia are at fault for where they are in their friendship, or should I say the lack thereof. Shamia up there trying to debunk what's being said. Portia say, I'm going to be heard today. You going to hear what I'm saying? You going to hear what I'm saying? Portia said, and I had to write that down. Portia said, I wasn't a part of any pinky swears. Any pinky swears. She wasn't a part of any pinky promises, any pinky swears, any alliances, any allegiances. She wasn't there. Any pinky squares. I'm gonna start using it. I wasn't a part of no pinky squares. I ain't getting no friendship contract with you. No pinky squares. We in the show with Portia and Shamia arguing over posts, interviews, etc., etc. It's a mess. It's all a mess. And they are still doing this today. Today, as of this morning, Portia's posting long dissertations, in the caption, of course, but the posts are, her receipts. She came with her receipts today about said dowry, that she was in attendance. She has videos, she has receipts. She did congratulate and praise and celebrate Shamia on getting her peach. Shamia was saying that it never happened. She sent the girl flowers. It did happen. She did celebrate you. Now, it might not have been the loud celebration you thought that you were going to get. I don't know what you expected, but she did. She also posted you with your peach in your bikini, congratulating you. Viola Davis liked to post and everything. I said, Viola Davis? Mm-hmm. Viola Davis liked to post and everything. So, girl, why are you trying to paint Portia out like this? Don't do that. Now, we know Portia has not always been a good friend to you. We have seen with our own two eyes how she can be when it comes to you. But don't put 20 on 10. Don't try to capitalize off of the fans already believing one thing. And so it's kind of like, I'm going to lean on that side too then. They already feel a way about her, about this Soul Simon situation. They already be saying I'm her lapdog. I can gain more fan sympathy if I really make it seem like that this is lopsided. When in reality, girl, it's communication. You have bad communication skills. Yes, Portia can stand to be a lot more supportive in a lot of ways, but if you are okay with her and you've been okay with how she is all these years, don't try to get on TV now and make it seem like she been the problem. Because, you know, we finna get into this whole situation with their mamas in a minute. When we come back, we're going to be talking about their mamas in a minute. You know, what happened with y'all mamas? What's going on with that? Anyway, it's all a mess. It's all a mess. Until next time, we're going to bring these men folk out. I don't even know why Ralph is here. But he's... And then sitting way over there behind... Who is he sitting behind? He on the other side with... He not even sitting behind her. I mean, which he shouldn't be, but why is he here? Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.